The F-15EX wasn't supposed to exist, yet here it is, rewriting the rules of modern warfare. A 50-year-old airframe reborn as a 21st century beast. We've got 10 reasons why, and number 1 will genuinely shock you. Let's count it down. If this is your kind of content, hit subscribe. You won't regret it. Reason number 10. Advanced AES, A radar power. The F-15EX carries the APG-82 V1 radar, a system so powerful it can track over 20 different targets at the same time while simultaneously jamming enemy radar systems, all without the pilot doing anything extra. This radar fires electronic beams that move 1,000,000 times faster than any mechanical radar dish ever could, scanning the entire sky in milliseconds. It operates across multiple frequencies at once, which means enemy jamming systems cannot lock onto it. Because by the time they find its signal, the radar has already switched to a different one. The APG-82 can detect a target the size of a bird from over 100 miles away, and it does this while the jet is flying at nearly 2,000 miles per hour through any weather condition, rain, fog, sandstorm, it does not matter. In head-to-head testing, this radar identified and locked onto targets a full 30% faster than the previous F-15C radar system, giving the pilot extra seconds that in real combat are the difference between firing first or getting fired upon. Reason number 9. Massive weapons, payload. The F-15EX can carry 29,500 pounds of weapons on a single flight, but here is the number that truly stops people in their tracks. That is enough weight to fill roughly 15 average-sized cars stacked on one aircraft, all while flying at nearly twice the speed of sound. Spread across 12 hardpoints, the attachment points bolted onto the wings and body of the jet. This aircraft can hold a mix of short-range missiles, long-range missiles, laser-guided bombs, and smart weapons all at the same time, ready to switch from shooting down enemy aircraft to destroying ground targets within minutes of each other. The AIM-120 AMRAAM missile it carries has a kill range of over 100 miles, meaning the Eagle II can destroy an enemy aircraft before that enemy pilot even knows the F-15EX is in the same sky. In its maximum configuration, the Eagle II carries enough missiles to engage an entire squadron of 12 enemy fighters and still have weapons left over, guys, something no other single fighter jet on Earth can claim today. What pushes this payload capability beyond anything else flying today is that the Eagle II carries all of this weight without sacrificing a single mile per hour of its top speed, meaning it arrives at the fight faster than its opponents while already carrying more firepower than most of them will ever see in an entire combat deployment. Reason number 8. Hypersonic weapon capability. The F-15EX is one of the only fighter jets on the planet built from day one with the physical structure and electronics already inside it to carry hypersonic weapons missiles that travel faster than Mach 5, which means they move at over 3,800 miles per hour, covering the distance from New York to London in under 1 hour. Boeing engineers reinforced the weapon stations on the Eagle II to handle munitions up to 22 feet long and weighing several thousand pounds, because hypersonic missiles are larger and heavier than anything a regular fighter jet was ever designed to carry. The reason this matters so deeply is simple. Every existing air defense system in the world, including Russia's S-400 and China's HQ-9, was designed and built to intercept missiles flying at normal speeds, and a hypersonic weapon moving at 3,800 miles per hour gives those defense systems less than 60 seconds of reaction time from the moment of launch to the moment of impact, making interception nearly impossible with current technology. If a missile is already moving at 15,000 miles per hour by the time any defense system detects it, do you honestly think any country on Earth has a real answer to stop it? Or are those billion-dollar defense shields already completely obsolete? Reason number 7. Open Mission Systems, OMS, architecture. Think of the Open Mission Systems architecture inside the F-15EX, the same way you think about an Android or iPhone. Just like your phone can download a new app in minutes and instantly become more capable without buying a brand new phone, the Eagle II can receive entirely new software, new weapons systems, and new electronic warfare tools through its OMS framework without touching the physical airframe or spending billions on a brand new aircraft. Before OMS existed, upgrading a military fighter jet meant ripping out old wiring, replacing hardware, and waiting 3 to 5 years for engineers to make everything work together, costing hundreds of millions of dollars every single time a new threat appeared. The F-15EX uses a standardized digital backbone called the Modular Open Systems Approach, or MOSA, which the U.S. Department of Defense formally mandated across all new weapons programs in 2019. precisely because closed proprietary systems were costing American taxpayers an estimated 30 to 40% more in life cycle upgrade costs compared to open architecture alternatives. Reason number 6. Advanced Electronic Warfare Suite. The F-15EX carries a system called EPAWSS Eagle Passive Active Warning Survivability System, and the simplest way to understand what it does is this. Imagine you are walking through a dark room full of laser tripwires that you cannot see, and EPAWSS is the set of special glasses that not only shows you every single laser in the room, but also bends them away from your body before you even get close, all automatically without you doing anything. This system detects incoming radar signals, missile guidance systems, and enemy targeting locks from every direction simultaneously, then responds in microseconds that is 1/1,000,000th of a second by broadcasting electronic noise that blinds enemy radar, drops decoy signals that trick incoming missiles into chasing the wrong target, and simultaneously alerts the pilot with exact threat location and type before any human enemy operator has even finished processing what they are looking at on their own screen. BAE Systems, the company that built EPAWSS, designed it to operate across a wider frequency range than any previous F-15 electronic warfare system, covering threats from early warning radars all the way to the terminal guidance systems inside fast-moving surface to air missiles. Reason number 5. Two-seat digital cockpit. The F-15EX features a two-seat cockpit where the front seat pilot flies the aircraft and fights enemy jets, while the back seat weapons systems officer called a WSO manages every single weapon, sensor, drone, communication link, and electronic warfare tool simultaneously, and research from the U.S. Air Force's own human performance studies shows that splitting these responsibilities between two trained crew members reduces critical decision-making errors by up to 40% compared to a single-seat fighter where one pilot must handle everything alone under extreme combat stress. The entire cockpit runs on large digital multifunction displays built by Collins Aerospace, replacing the old physical dials, switches, and analog gauges that previous F-15 variants used, meaning both crew members see a single unified picture of the battlefield pulled from the radar, the infrared sensors, satellite data, and allied aircraft, all fused together into one clean, easy-to-read screen rather than dozens of separate, confusing instruments competing for attention at the same time. Think about that for a second. Two people inside one cockpit are now doing the job that used to require 10 crew members across 5 different aircraft. What does that tell you about where the future of human pilots in warfare is actually heading? Reason number 4. High speed and long range. The F-15EX is powered by two General Electric F-110 GE-129 engines that each produce 29,000 pounds of thrust when the afterburner is lit. And to put that number into language anyone can feel, that is roughly the same pushing force as strapping 58 fully loaded cement trucks behind a single aircraft and still accelerating to Mach 2.5, which equals approximately 1,900 miles per hour, fast enough to cross the entire continental United States from California to New York in under 90 minutes at full speed. On internal fuel alone, without stopping to refuel even once, the F-15EX can fly 1,200 nautical miles, that is roughly the straight-line distance from London to Cairo, which means American commanders can base these aircraft far away from dangerous frontline airfields that enemy missiles can target, keeping both the jets and the ground crews safer while still reaching any combat zone within the same response time as aircraft parked much closer to the fighting. Reason number 3. Network-centric warfare. Ready. The F-15EX is not just a fighter jet flying alone in the sky, it is a flying data center connected in real time to satellites, Navy warships, ground command posts, allied aircraft, and battlefield sensors spread across thousands of miles, all feeding information into the Eagle II's cockpit through a system called the Multifunction Advanced Data Link, or MADL, which transmits targeting data, threat warnings, and battlefield intelligence at speeds and encryption levels that enemy forces cannot intercept, decode, or jam using any currently known technology. To understand why this matters, consider that in modern warfare, a pilot who knows where every enemy aircraft, missile battery, and radar system is located before entering a combat zone survives at a dramatically higher rate than a pilot flying with incomplete information. And studies from the RAND Corporation found that networked forces operating with shared real-time battlefield awareness achieve mission success rates approximately 50% higher than forces operating on fragmented or delayed intelligence. Reason number 2. 20,000-hour airframe life. The The F-15EX airframe is structurally certified to fly for 20,000 flight hours before requiring any major structural overhaul, and to put that number into everyday language, if a pilot flew this aircraft every single day for 8 hours without a single day off, it would take that pilot over 6.5 years of non-stop daily flying just to reach the halfway point of the airframe's total designed lifespan, making it one of the longest-lasting fighter jet structures ever certified in American military aviation history. Boeing achieved this extraordinary durability by completely redesigning the internal load-bearing structure of the Eagle II using advanced aluminum-lithium alloys and composite materials that are significantly lighter than traditional aircraft-grade steel, yet absorb the violent stress forces of high-speed maneuvering, weapons firing, and turbulent flight conditions far more efficiently than the materials used in any previous F-15 variant ever built. When a single fighter jet can connect satellites, warships, ground bases, and allied aircraft all into one real-time combat network in under 10 seconds, does that make the pilot inside the cockpit the most powerful individual on any battlefield in human history? Reason number 1. Cost-effective powerhouse. The F-15EX costs approximately $80 million per aircraft to purchase, which sounds like an enormous amount of money until you realize that the Boeing B-21 Raider stealth bomber costs an estimated $700 million per aircraft, and the Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carrier costs $13 billion per ship, making the Eagle II one of the most affordable frontline combat aircraft America fields today relative to the devastating firepower and advanced technology packed inside every single airframe. At approximately $27,000 per flight hour to operate, the F-15EX is not only cheaper to fly than the F-35A's $36,000 per flight hour, but also cheaper than the F-22 Raptor, which costs an eye-watering $85,000 per flight hour to keep in the air, meaning the Air Force can fly 3 fully armed F-15EX combat missions for the same operating cost as a single F-22 sortie, dramatically increasing the number of aircraft America can put in the sky during a sustained conflict without breaking the defense budget. The F-15EX Eagle II is not just an aircraft. It is America's answer to every air threat the next generation of warfare can throw at it. Speed, firepower, intelligence, and endurance all in one machine. If this video gave you something new to think about, hit that like button and subscribe for more.